So like I want to know vision of Riot Games in India. Like as we all know, we have, in Valorant, we have dedicated server to India, in Mumbai. And I'd really like to know, like, how does Riot Games see India as a potential territory of growth where new gamers are increasing on daily basis?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question, right? So that is in line. I'm like, that is one thing I can tell you with surety that was part of the plan, right? Although I cannot say the same thing about my career choices, but the growth that we are seeing, especially when it comes to India and Riot, I think it's all part of the plan that was laid 3 years back. And the idea was very simple, right? So when I came on board with Riot, the goal was like, how do we make sure that we are able to win this region, and of course with our own portfolio of titles, right? So at that point of time, we were just known for League of Legends. We did not have any more titles, but then we looked at the portfolio and we did our player research. We understood the needs of the region and what will work and how can we make it work, right? And it all was part of that plan, right? So Valorant was part of the plan, and that's the reason why you saw that Valorant was the first game that dropped from Riot Games with a full, let's say, a support system built around it from our portfolio of games, right? And the next set of titles which are going to be mobile focused are also coming on. It's also part of the plan. And for us, it's very simple, right? We look at India as probably one of the biggest markets that we will have and operate in the next 5 years. And that's not a joke, right? We're not talking about, let's say, one of the big markets. We are saying we look at India as one of the biggest markets that we will service in the next 5 years, and we are doing this very seriously, right? We know that we have one shot to do things well in India, and instead of coming in doing a lot of things which are either not working or maybe are not connecting the way that gamers would like to, so it's better to be slow and and steady and deliver the things one by one, which really make a lot of value, rather than dropping everything and experimenting which works, what doesn't work, right? So we have a very clear strategy and focus of how we want to approach this market. This market is super critical for us for the next 5 years. We definitely see this becoming one of our biggest markets, and we have a big responsibility because at the end of the day, it's a setup like a 1.3 billion people, with a lot of them are going to be gamers. And it is our responsibility to not just bring the right product to this market, but also service this market the way that players expect Riot Games to to service and publish the games here, right? So we will unlock a lot of things. We will do it super carefully, super slowly, so that nobody has a bad experience as much as possible. And we have a big responsibility, and I really hope that the community and the ecosystem supports us in our journey, because we look at everybody as partners, and we definitely believe that we can make the India story shine even more.